what are you using for the schedule? I know what order we going in.
I'm just using ESPNs. I'm gonna go ESPNs. Just down
Uh,
the list.
oh,
ESPN.
Yeah, I got
Oh
it.
shit.
okay.
All right, so be all right. So it looks
I
like all right. So we're live. Everybody, we back. Week 6. BMO with the dreads.
hold on, I'm trying to get Alfalfa up. Hold on.
The glorified DA, aka the Jarvis Landry Patrol, is in the building. And of course, Hendo, I'm in the building. And before we get started, man, rest in peace to Tex Winter, man. I just found out he died. Wow. That was crazy.
Oh wow, yeah, it's out of nowhere.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tex Winter. So let's go on and get this Thursday night matchup out the way, honestly. Division rival, Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. And I'm just going to go quick. I got the Eagles winning. I think they have a bounce-back game because the Giants suck, and Pat Shurmur, outside of Jason Garrett, outside of B.O.B., should be the first coach fired. And I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Give me Philly. I'm taking the over with 48.
Eagles, more desperate team. The Giants have already given up on their season.
Damn. All right. So Sunday afternoon, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fighting Dirk Cutters going against the phony clones themselves, the Atlanta Falcons. And you know what? This will be the game that'll tie somehow, right? Because these are the two teams that we hate. But in this game, I'm going to go with Atlanta because Tampa Bay, we figured out who they were. They can't handle compliments very well. I think that Matt Ryan is questionable for this game, but I think that Calvin Ridley's done. That secondary for Tampa Bay is terrible. And I'm going to think Calvin Ridley and Julio and Sanu going to have a big game. So I'm going to roll with Atlanta.
Give me Atlanta also as well. And also Dirk Cutter. Y'all already know how I feel about him. He should be the first guy to be fired. Give me Atlanta at the crib.
Yeah, DA, I think you muted, DA. Yeah, it's people in the chat saying that DA's muted.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But you know what be messed up, man? If like Jameis throws for like 350 and like four touchdowns for some reason.
All right, there you go. DA, you back?
Yes,
All right,
Falcons. Yeah, Falcons. It won't matter because both of these teams are hot garbage. Now, I have no explanation for the Falcons other than the injuries on defense. But against the suspect Steelers defense last week, they only scored 17 points. They don't miss Devontae Freeman that bad, do they?
Man, I think they do because like he kind of has that workload thing where first and second down, and then his pass blocking is phenomenal. But yeah, that team.
Okay.
Look, man, whoever loses this game, if somebody gets like destroyed, they need to be fired. I don't care who it is. So yeah, we all win Atlanta. We all win Eagles first too. So this matchup is going to be interesting.
Hey, wait. Dan Quinn's on the hot seat?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, the team hasn't got better since the Super Bowl. They drastically got worse. I mean, last year they were a playoff team, but they got destroyed, of course. But I don't see them getting better.
Agreed.
All right, another division matchup. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Cincinnati Bengals. And you know what? I gave the Bengals so much credit last week, and I think that they're a good team, but I think Pittsburgh is in a groove, and Cincinnati doesn't do good against Pittsburgh. And I think that Pittsburgh is finding something with these receivers now. Big Ben finally woke up. I think his preseason may be over with slightly. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh this game, the more desperate team.
I'm going to go with the Bengals this time at the crib. I know we give these teams a lot of compliments and things like that, and we've seen what happens with that. But I'm going to stick with Cincinnati with this one. I don't really buy Pittsburgh putting up 48 points like that last week because we know how they are every single game, every single week. Matter of fact, I may not even pick them again until Le'Veon comes back. I like James Conner. Even Big Ben said that he deserves to start when Le'Veon comes back. but I think they still miss him more than anything. Give me Cincinnati at this.
Bengals at home. This will be a shootout. So whatever the over/under is, take the over. The Bengals are scoring 6 more points per game than they were last year. They're a top 5 scoring team in the league, so should be good for all fantasy owners. But Bengals will win because the Steelers defense still has issues. That's why I put the blame on Atlanta only scoring 17 points on them and not the Steelers defense. The Steelers defense will get tested by Andy Dalton. Bengals win.
Over under is 53.
Over.
Over, yeah. All right, DA's matchup of the week. The Los
Chargers. You gotta go no further. Chargers.
The Los Angeles Superchargers going against the Cleveland Browns. And you know who I'm going with. Big game for Juice Landry. Big game for Carlos Hyde. Baker Mayfield's in the building. I am going with the fighting Cleveland Browns. Let's go, Cleveland.
Oh,
go ahead, Dave. Think he went right back muted.
Yeah, Dave, your mic went back muted. Gotta go, B-Mo.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with the Chargers, Hendo, man. I still can't believe in Cleveland because, like we say every single week, they don't know how to win. Even last week, Baker Mayfield didn't even throw a touchdown in that game. And we see how fluky that kicker is. Like, there's nothing out there besides Juice Landry, who's getting all the catches and this time getting all the yards, by the way, and getting to the end zone. That just don't convince me that they can actually win a game flat out. Matter of fact, I'm going to call this one. This game is going to go into overtime, and the Chargers are going to win in overtime.
Okay, my thing is this. I get it, you guys that had to think about Cleveland, but I'm going to let DA go ahead and talk because I find it weird. They found ways to lose games early this year, right? All those games could have went different ways. It's not like they got beat.
But they didn't go the way they supposed to go, Hendo. Still deal with this team with stupid penalties. You still deal with this team with crazy offensive schemes and plays at the wrong time. Like we all say in their studio, they don't have a winning mentality. They do not know how to win. Until that happens, then they're going to keep on losing.
All right, DA. I know
they're going to have a bunch of exciting losses this year, and it's going to fan the flames of the fans. Look, did they score a touchdown last week? They gave you free football, nary a touchdown. Okay, Chargers. Because the Chargers know they was the last team to lose to Cleveland on a couple years ago, and the coach lost the job. Both of these coaches might be gone at the end of the season. Give me Phillip Rivers.
Uncle Phil.
As a matter of fact, no, under 100 yards for your man Landry. He's going to have like 11 catches, 88 yards.
All right, the great Juice Landry, who's on pace right now for 1,150 yards and 100 catches. But next we got probably the worst matchup of the week. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Oakland Raiders. Give me Seattle. John Gruden's trash. The defense trash. David Carr's trash. Marshawn Lynch ain't getting the ball. Just pure trash. Give me Seattle.
I'm picking Oakland to lose the rest of the season, and y'all know why. He don't want to pay his linebacker any money. You see where that linebacker had went now, and now they're contenders in the NFC North. Give me Seattle over there across the pond.
Give me the Seahawks as well, and I think this season we will appreciate how great Russell Wilson is, okay? They put up 31 on what we thought was a good Rams defense. I think the season will continue to play that out, but I'm going to take the fighting Russell Wilsons. Yeah, the Raiders are hot garbage, and now they the team that don't want to come to work anymore, so they just going through the motion. So they may lose the rest of the season. And the worst thing is losing with old dudes. The worst.
All right, next matchup, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Miami Dolphins. And I'm going with the Bears, man. Even though they're on the road, I like this Bears defense. They can score. I mean, look, man, they're third in the league in offensive like rating or whatever you want to call it, and they put up points, man. And Miami can't trust Tannehill. Look, they got a compliment, but you can't trust Tannehill. And their offensive line right now, Laramie Tunsil is, Laramie Tunsil right now. So I'm gonna roll with Chicago, man.
Give me Chicago on the road. I really, like I said, I've been really high on Mitchell Trubisky. Say he may wear a little arm sleeve this weekend for throwing 6 touchdowns. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, maybe compliment or whatever. But I really like the Chicago team, man, on both sides of the ball. And and Ryan still in the Rubik's Cube still?
Yeah, he's the leader, I think.
Forever.
Is it forever?
Look, y'all Bears back-to-back weeks if y'all want. There's no way I'm trusting my man Biskey on the road. Only way the Bears win this game is if they get you 2 touchdowns, and then the Bears need a Pam moment as well. So, Dolphins. And I don't even feel good about that pick. It's just no way I'm falling to anything on your Biskey, man.
All right. And for us news and the notes in that game, it looks like Cameron Wake and all-pro safety Rashard Jones will probably be out. So, keep that in mind.
Y'all trust Biskey, though.
All right.
Yeah, I do.
I think we are going to be unanimous on this game. The Arizona Cardinals are going on the road facing the Minnesota Vikings. And, Vikings.
Yes.
You know what? I think this will be the blowout. This will be the blowout game, probably. I think the Vikings are going to roll. Peterson's going to have his life full with both of those boys, but you only can stop one of them. So I got the Vikings winning big.
Give me the Vikings, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think they're going to struggle against beating the Arizona Cardinals for some reason. This is going to be a close game, but I'm still going to pick the Vikings.
I got the Vikings if for any other reason they will have learned their lesson from the Buffalo game.
All right. Next matchup. The sleeper and not sleeper in a good way matchup. The Indianapolis Colts versus the Jets. You know what? This is going to be the game that ties. I think this is our tie game. This is probably the worst game example of, like, you don't know who's on the field playing. I mean, like, Robbie Anderson's had a couple nice deep balls thrown to him catches. They still got my man over there, Isaiah Crowell, in New York. But I don't know anything about this Colts offense outside of T.Y. Hilton, who's not healthy. I'm gonna take the Jets at home, man. Like, this is gonna be the matchup that you just go to sleep on. So I wouldn't pick anybody fancy wise in this. So I'm going with the Jets.
The Colts don't have anybody over there. Matter of fact, we can suit up right now. Can we name the running back?
No, Wilkins is his last name.
21.
Can we name the receiving corps?
Okay. Rodgers.
Yep.
And Ebron. That's all I can tell you.
Yep.
No, you did great. Thank you. Because both of those receivers have a combined almost 10 drops so far this season.
Ouch.
Give me the Jets. This game is going to be like 13-10.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the tie. This game will go into overtime. Give me the Colts by a field goal or something. Andrew Luck will throw 50 more passes again.
All right.
Left-handed?
No, not a one left-handed.
All right. This matchup here is Carolina fighting Cam Newton's on the road facing the Washington R's. And I'm going to go with the Panthers, man. I like that offense. The speed of that offense is amazing. I like what they did with Curtis Samuel last week. I like what they do with Christian McCaffrey. I like that Panthers offense. And, that's weird for us to say because for years we always talked about just Greg Olsen, maybe an outside threat here and there, but they got a lot of speed. And I think that defense is phenomenal. I'm going to roll with Carolina. Washington looked pathetic last week, and it's not going to get any better for them. So, yeah, you want to talk about a coach that needs to be fired. Nobody's mentioning Jay Gruden, so I'm going to roll with Carolina.
Coming off a bye week for Washington and facing New Orleans on the road was a bad thing waiting to happen for them already. Give me Carolina also as well. I really like Christian McCaffrey for everything that he's doing. Also, with all the touches that he's getting as well, I think because like me and Dave already talked about this too. Like a lot of these running backs is lining up as receiver, a lot of wildcat plays, option plays, and things like that. Christian McCaffrey has really grown into himself there, and he's being used a lot. I do like the offense too. I do agree with you, Hendo. Give me Carolina.
Washington is a team that has already given up on their season, as evidenced by Monday night. I got Carolina.
All right. And the next matchup, we got the Fighting Buffalo Bills
Jesus Christ
versus the Houston Texans. And look, whoever's the most inept franchise, they can both have this one. But if I had to pick, I don't trust the health of Deshaun Watson this week. He took a beating last week versus Dallas, and I understand that he's going to play. But, man, this is one of those games where it would be easy to pick Houston, but Buffalo seems to win the games that nobody picks them. Josh Allen, y'all. Got to give him a little love. I'm going to roll with Buffalo this game. I don't trust Houston. Back-to-back weeks, B.O.B. doing his thing. Nah, man, I'm going to roll with Buffalo.
Give me Houston at the crib. Deshaun need to learn how to slide, bro. I mean, like, you taking, like, I think he already took, like, 55 hits already this season. You need to learn how to slide. I think they will win this game. They will hold Buffalo to maybe 10 to 13 points. That's the only reason why I'm picking Houston is because they are at the crib. But give me Houston. They will win this game defensively. Also, I will call a Pam moment for Houston.
This will be an ugly-ass game offensively, so expect more field goals and touchdowns.
All right. Next matchup. We got the Los Angeles Rams and that high-powered offense going against the Denver Broncos on the road. And look, man, this is the setup game for the Rams. And I know it sounds crazy, but going to Mile High, every team that goes through this, they have trouble and playing at altitude. So this is going to be a tight matchup, man. And this will be the week that they probably would lose. They showed some vulnerability the last couple of weeks versus a couple of teams that aren't on their level. I'm going to roll with the Rams still because the offense is just so fast. I think they can overcome a few of those things, but I wouldn't be surprised they lost this game on the road. But I'm going to go with the Rams.
Give me the Rams as well. I know a lot of teams have trouble with the high altitude there in Denver, but I think Sean McVay will adjust accordingly. In the second half, this game will be close until maybe the fourth quarter. The Rams will pull out a win. Matter of fact, the Rams will win by 10.
I'd be tempted to take the Broncos if they could score, maybe get into a shootout, but the Rams are too strong, so give me the Rams.
Also, you want to have any receivers getting the first down and trying to lateral it backwards to another receiver either.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that may be the worst lateral I've ever seen since that time. I don't know if y'all remember when Marcus Coates in the playoffs that one year. He threw a lateral, but he threw it like forward. He threw it like 10 yards ahead of everybody. They were like, what are you doing? So, yeah, it's going to be a good game, though, I think. All right, we'll skip this matchup because that'll probably be the last we talk about. But the next matchup, we got the Baltimore Ravens, phony clones nominees, going against another phony clone nominee, the Tennessee Titans. And, man, this is like this is one of those matchups like that Tampa Bay matchup. Do you really want to pick any other teams to win? If I had to pick one, I would go with Baltimore because I just don't trust Tennessee. Their offense is pathetic. Derrick Henry don't even play anymore. I mean, I think they got Deion Lewis as the every down back besides third down. So I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think they may get their act together. And look, you get another week of 6 or 7 points, you may be looking at Lamar Jackson coming in. So I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Give me Tennessee. I'm glad you brought up what this dude is. I thought Haynes highly disappointed him, but I think they win by their defense alone in this game. This is going to be like a low-scoring game to me. Give me Tennessee. They win like 10-7. This is going to be just a horrible game.
I think he may have timed out.
Probably did.
Hey, D, are you there? I think your mic may be muted.
Yeah, he probably timed out. But yeah, real talk about Lamar Jackson, man. I mean, do you ride out with Flacco for the rest of the season? Because I really don't see them just making any changes like that during the season like that. Because I think they may treat him like the little Eli method, attendance theory, and you got, the skins on the wall and things like that. But Lamar, I mean, I don't think they're just going to put in Lamar like that during the midseason like that.
All right, DA, who do you got in this game? He may not be back. But, yeah, I think Lamar, man, because they just need offense, man. They don't have any offense. They got Crabtree outside, got a couple of weapons, but can't get the ball to them. It don't really help none. Flacco's lack of mobility is a big concern. So, yeah, man, this is one of those matchups, too, by the way, that could potentially ruin some teams' playoff. All right, so it looks like DA did time out a little bit. He should be back. But while he's there, I guess any crazy NFL news that we got going on right now in the league that you know of right now?
No, not that I know of right now. I mean, the only thing that I really have been hearing was about the trade rumors about Le'Veon Bell and the possible teams and suitors that's trying to pursue him. Now, of course, everybody knows that, of course, he's going to be a rental, of course. But I think any NFL team should, be going after Le'Veon Bell, especially any running back needs, especially that type of running back also. So that's the only thing that I really heard about going on with, like, the NFL news right now.
All right, DA. Who you got?
In the Baltimore game?
Yeah.
Yeah, first 1 to 13. Again, another game with more field goals than touchdowns. Now, I don't think Joe Flacco has come back down to earth, but he didn't inspire me last week.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it may have muted you out. But yeah, I think I agree with DA, man. Like, the whole thing with Joe Flacco is kind of interesting. He just doesn't have it, man. So, all right, DA, you there? Okay, he may not be there. But you know what? We'll go to the next matchup real quick. And this is going to be the probably the game of the week that everybody's looking forward to. The Kansas City Chiefs are arguably the best team in football right now. They're going against the New England Patriots. And, man, this is going to be a good matchup, man. I think that this is the best of both worlds, and that Kansas City team is unreal. They're just like the Rams. We just wonder – they both got tough road games, and I just wonder Patriots seem to have everybody healthy now. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. But if I had to go pick one team right now, I think I would roll with Kansas City in this game. I think Mahomes has a big game. That defense, y'all, that defense is something serious. They still miss some guys, but defense plays very well. So I'm going to roll with Kansas City.
It's good to see Kansas City's defense playing so well right now because early on into the season, a lot of missed tackles, a lot of bad play with that defense. 2 or 3 years ago, their defense was great. Their defense was one that was carrying them. But now the tables are turned with Pat Mahomes and his offense. Also, with the Patriots defense, they're not as good also. I think with the leadership of Brady, with the coaching of Belichick, and that whole team as a unit all together at once, it's going to be a shootout. And I really hope it is a shootout. But I'm going to take New England in this game. It's going to be a close game. I say about 38-35, New England.
All right, DA, who you got?
Patriots.
Okay.
Patriots. I think offensively they're, finding their groove. I also think the running of the ball for the Patriots the last 2 weeks has been instrumental as well. The Chiefs defense will score on them. I think this will be the highest scoring game of the weekend. Ford and Houston must get in Brady's life, okay? Because I could see this where Belichick limits the Chiefs' possessions throughout the game and only gives maybe Mahomes, 10 possessions to try and get 30 points. So first 1 to 30 wins, I got the Patriots.
All right. And I think this game may come down to, like, the home field advantage as well at the end of the year because these are two of the favorites. And I think this is more of a must-win for the Chiefs than the Patriots, especially considering that the Chiefs want to get home field so that people have to come to Arrowhead, and they don't stand a chance if they go back to New England again if they lose here today on Sunday night. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah, well said on the tiebreaker part.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is the matchup for the local. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars of fighting Blade Bortles going against the Dallas Cowboys. And look, for me, as I told you guys, I don't trust the Cowboys. I didn't have the Cowboys win this game before the season started, and I don't have them winning Sunday, regardless. And this could be the game that they actually win because, like, they do that where they beat the teams they're not supposed to beat, then they lose to the teams they're not supposed to lose to. And I think that this is a coaching thing here. This is going to be somebody's job. And I don't know if it's going to be the head coaches or the coordinators. Look, man, if Blake Bortles plays like this again this week, they don't stand a chance. And, of course, Dallas, look, man, you can't score. I know y'all I don't know if y'all heard the news about Allen Hurns, but he made some comments about the play calling. And look, the last player to make some noise about the play calling got released, and that was Dez Bryant. So, look, man, I got Jacksonville win this game. I just think Jacksonville's defense is going to overwhelm the Cowboys' offense because you don't have any remote talent. Like, my thing is this: you got Zeke, right? But other than Zeke, you have nothing that can beat this defense. So, I think that Blake Bortles is going to do just enough, and that sounds crazy. He's going to do just enough to win the game for them. A lot of field goals in this game. So I'm going to roll with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If Dallas had a better head coach and a better offensive coordinator, of course I would pick Dallas to win this game, but I can't do that. They should be even licking their chops right now, even seeing what Blake Bortles has done offensively as a quarterback and the offense as a whole for that Jacksonville Jaguars team against Kansas City last week. But I still can't pick Dallas to win this game because of the head coach and the offensive coordinator and that quarterback. You just seen what Houston's front seven did to Dak. Now you got to face a formidable Jacksonville's front seven and also their secondary as well. It's bad enough these receivers can't get any separation now. Just see what they're going to have to deal with now when they're going against Jacksonville this weekend. Blake Bortles is going to throw 2 touchdowns in this game. No matter how much we talk about him and how much antics that he gives us, how much ammo that he gives for us, he's going to throw 2 touchdowns in this game. Leonard Fournette will not be playing, but it doesn't even matter to me. That running game is still going to do what they need to do. Also, Jacksonville will score on defense in this game, by the way. Dallas may score on defense as well. Matter of fact, that may be the only time that they get a touchdown in this game. A lot of field goals again from them until they show me otherwise. Give me Jacksonville in this game.
Zeke will see 8 in the box. He may see 9 in the box at times because Jacksonville is going to challenge Dak Prescott in the passing game to do any sort of movement on offense. You're going to have to get Zeke out in the passing game and try and get him matched up on a linebacker. Having said that, Jacksonville has some pretty athletic linebackers as well. I don't think you want 44, checking him. But this comes down to whether the pass offense can attack the Jags' pass defense. They cannot. They will not. Jacksonville wins on the road. Low-scoring game, by the way.
All right. Do y'all think that if this game gets out of hand, there's going to be a firing from the Cowboys side?
There's what?
If this game gets out of hand and Dallas gets beat and they don't score anything, do you think somebody gets fired?
No. You're going to have a Green Bay situation where the team quits on Garrett for there to be any in-season fire.
Okay. B-Mo?
Like, Jacksonville have to put up a 50 spot, and, effort and all that stuff gets questioned before you have Jerry make a decision like that.
All right. B-Mo?
I agree with Dave. It got to be like how Green Bay was. It was like 44-6. It got to be a game like that going towards, the end of the season. There will be no mid-season changes on this football team because it seems like with the hiring of Jason Garrett after Wade Phillips, that decision has already been made. Also, Jason Garrett is still one of those coaches who will not admit to his mistakes, and he will put it more on the football team and not himself and his staff. Until he can admit to his mistakes that he has done as a football coach and to his football team, he will still be the same coach for this Dallas Cowboys football team, coaching mediocrity, thinking as a mediocre person in general.
All right. Well, Monday night, we pretty much got this match. I think we all can agree. San Francisco versus Green Bay. Anybody picking San Francisco to win?
No.
All right.
Montana playing quarterback?
No, and Pretty Boy Garoppolo isn't either. So, yeah, Green Bay wins this game. Well, that's it, everybody. We did the NFL thing. Anybody got some closing NFL stuff? LaShawn McCoy, is he going to be on a different team by this Sunday?
No. And put that L in the Cleveland column and stop telling me what their record should have been. 11 catches, 86 yards. He lost 2 yards from my prediction since the beginning of this show because I'm tired of this Browns nonsense. 4-12.
Okay, so you know if they win this game, right? That's 3 wins. That means they got the rest of the season win get 3 more games. And looking at that schedule, it's kind of favorable, considering the fact they're going to face Baltimore again and several other teams. So
stop doing this to yourselves. They're going to lose a lot of close games, and y'all going to convince yourselves that this is going to be a win. No.
I got Browns maybe the coulda, shoulda, woulda. They should be 5-0 right now, but they're not. They're not 5-0. They're going to keep on having these, like they said, keep on having these close games. We're going to lose. They're going to keep Browning all the way through this season. No, they're not going to win that many games, Hendo.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, don't let them win. And one time for Juice Landry, one time for Baker Mayfield, the fighting Baker Mayfields. Look, man, it's set up for that. It's set up for them to win at least 6 games because we have some really inept teams on the schedule that they're going to be facing. And they're on the rise. So I got to give them – I'm going to show them a little love. Why not? Hey, man, why not?
You just doomed them for the rest of the season.
No, this ain't the Dolphins or the Buccaneers because those two, those are – I mean, Cleveland's they passed the phony clone stage. They couldn't get any worse from not winning the game. So we'll see, man. I think it's gonna be interesting, and if they do, you guys will hear from me, of course. I'm ready for Monday. I think there will be anarchy Monday. So that's it, guys. We got a fight weekend, of course. Anybody not picking Bud Crawford this weekend after the antics I saw on social media?
Chris ain't picking him.
I'm picking him. I'm fine. I'm picking them. I mean,
I know somebody that's picking Benavidez, by the way.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it because the problem is his power. You got to look, man. He has to now start hitting guys harder in that division because that power that he had in 140 is not translating over well in 147. Guys, look, if that was Elroy Spence fighting Jeff Horn, Dave, you know that fight wouldn't have lasted more than a minute. So
he has an adjustment that he has to make at this weight class. Benavidez ain't gonna force that. Bud.
All right. Well, we out. Appreciate everybody in the chat. And Dave, we got people in the chat that said you're just a hater of Cleveland. That's right. You tell him. That's right. You guys tell him.
Wait a minute. 12
catches. No. 12 catches, 74 yards.
Matter of fact, whoever said that he's a hater, no, Dave. 13 catches, 66 yards for Jarvis Landry.
Hey, he can have 13 catches, 66 yards as long as they get the W, and then I can look over and say that's a win.
A lot of drag routes.
Well, he says that you guys are down on Cleveland. Well, we out, everybody. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We got more content coming up, of course. NBA season's coming around. We got some good stuff for y'all on that. And
watch out for the scissors.
Yeah. And we will have some soliloquies, some yikes, and the scissors on Monday, it looks like, with these matchups. And we want y'all to leave comments on this, man. So leave us comments. Tell us what y'all think on the video post and everything, and we'll try to see. But, yeah, shout out to Cleveland, man. We out.
Oh, stop.
Cleveland's in the house. Where's Bone Thugs at?